So, as everyone knows, babies can be hard. Sure, they look cute and they can be fun, and whenever we see a new one, we all say, oh, aren't they beautiful? Even if to ourselves we think they're ugly. But I want to talk about my experience of babies. I want to talk about what it's like to be Hugh, dad of 3, sometimes dad of 2, Nicholas, Felix and Hazel. Why do I say 2 sometimes and not 3? I metaphorically hear you ask. Because Nicholas died when he was 28 weeks old of rare complications in pregnancy. This photo represents Nicholas to us. It was taken by a stranger on the day we registered. It was a crushing blow to us the day that we found out that Nicholas was desperately ill. Up until that day, 20 weeks in, we've been doing what many excited parents-to-be do. We made lists. Names, baby equipment, godparents, baby equipment, birth classes, baby equipment, more names, baby equipment, baby groups, but for me it was all about the research into the baby equipment. We never thought that we'd be listing problems with our child's heart. But at 20 weeks, the anomaly scan, an appointment which, until the moment of the issues first being spotted, we had not feared or even thought of as anything other than an opportunity to get more fuzzy black and white pictures for the fridge, we got the awful news. We were sent to Cardiff for a more detailed scan with a specialist, where we started to make new lists. Lists of problems, lists of doctors, lists of organisations who could help us. The Children's Heart Federation, which will be up in a second, were wonderful, and where things started to look bleaker. The doctor finished the appointment by saying something like, see you in 2 weeks if you decide to continue with the pregnancy. To us, that was never a choice. We were united. We went, we ate hummus, and we cried lots. Fast forward 8 weeks on, and on the 5th of December, we discovered that our child had died in an emergency scan. The world swallowed us up, and suddenly everything was desperate and sad. My brave wife was given drugs to induce the birth, and we were essentially told to come back in 4 days. On the 9th of December, Nicholas was born, stillborn into our arms. We were taken to a special room, which is not as bleak as you might imagine, for those that lose babies in Singleton, where we could spend some time as a family. The next day, I carried him to the mortuary and we went home, shut the door, and told the world to fuck right off. People don't talk about death when life is in the offing, when life is a chance. We all believe it's simple. As our friend Matt told us, once you're married, you're just trying, right? Because sex leads to babies. It's not hard. We all learn, in my school at least, that basically as soon as a boy and girl have sex, babies will be made. It's that simple, and to never ever risk it until you're ready. But unfortunately, life doesn't always work that way. It's not that simple. Babies don't always just happen. Miscarriages end 25% of pregnancies within the first 4 weeks, and 1 in every 200 pregnancies ends in a stillbirth. 15 babies are stillborn every day in the UK. I remember lots of people tried to say the right thing to help us. You can try again became the most common one we heard. Some even said, well, at least you know you can get pregnant. People not grieving quickly forget grief, and some of those people that said those things are no longer our friends. It wasn't only Nicholas that we lost that day. Now, I'm not suggesting that all the bounty packs they give out in hospitals should come with a leaflet saying, warning, not all pregnancies last. But it should be acknowledged and not just an ignored taboo. Everyone will know someone who has experienced loss in one way or another of a pregnancy, and we all need to develop better language to cope. I would like to think that people wouldn't say you can try again, but they do, and will continue to do so. I would like to think that people would learn what those words mean, what trying really is, and how devastating the trying can be. Children don't come easily for everyone. Trying sounds so simple, it's such a nice euphemism, but it can be hard. Such a thing loaded with fear, that you can try again seems far too clear. The loss of pregnancy is a loss of opportunity, of excitement, of adventure. We had to learn to grieve with Nicholas. We grieved for what we wanted to happen with him, and sadly never would. But for those that do experience loss, there are amazing organisations, such as the Stillbirth and Neonatal Death Charity, who provide us with counselling, help and support. They helped us learn about funerals. They explained post-mortems and let us wail down the phone at a kind-voiced, faceless person who provided us with much solace. They didn't know us, they didn't try to say the right thing, they talked, they listened and they understood. They helped us to see that one day we might be able to open the door again. We now have 2 wonderful children, and they're my proudest achievements. But babies are hard in all ways, and not just the raising, which is what we all think about. Babies are hard to have, to make and to hold, and I don't think that should ever be forgotten. Cheers.